Alright, let's see if we can do this little game review, and I'm just going to use the mic setup that we've got right here. Let's see if this works. That'll be fun. So, Forza Horizons 5. This is a big open world, card game driving around. It's Forza, so it's beautiful. It just looks amazing. I have a lot of fun with this game. I like driving around. There's a lot of campaign little missions you can do. You can collect a lot of cars, upgrade your cars. I like it. I thought it was going to be an arcade racer. I thought it was going to rubber band, players together, and it doesn't. You can just absolutely get demolished because you don't have a good enough car or you didn't tune your car right. So there's still an element of that, but it's a pretty casual game, actually. Had a lot of fun with it. But what we're here to do is we're here to hear me complain about achievements, because I got all the achievements conveniently on both Steam and Xbox. Turns out, if you buy it through Steam, you get, apparently you have to sign in with Xbox Live, and it will also give you Xbox achievements. Cool fact. But what we got here, let me see my little paper. Gotta read my paper. Gotta cut this out when I listen to this. I'm an idiot. So I could list a bunch of the achievements that were not that hard, but you get the gist of them. Most of them that I don't list are either really straightforward or, it's what it says. I either didn't have very much trouble with them, maybe there's a little trick. I just don't feel like listing them, get over it. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll live. It's alright. It'll be okay. So, what I have first, what's on my list first here, is the achievement Chicken Dinner, and you have to win the Eliminator. I think that goes without saying that's probably kind of hard. I had a hard time with that, but I wouldn't say it was impossible. It's the Eliminator, if you don't know, is a battle royale, and, well, it's a battle royale. I don't know how Forza managed to put a battle royale in a car game, but that's exactly what it is. You have to win it, and that is not an easy task. I think I might have only won 2 or 3. Once you get used to it, I think you could place in the top 10, whatever the final race is, without a lot of effort, but it's still a multiplayer achievement. You still have to fight players that are definitely not going to just let you do it. If I had to give you a tip, probably, be a little careful once you get to a level 6 car. If you go all the way up to a level 10 car, they're definitely going to come after you, because you can lose, and if anyone's played the Eliminator, you already know that the trees are magnets. All I ever seem to do is run into the trees. So be careful of the trees. You can win with a level 6 car. I think I won almost with a level 4 car. It's just a matter of, can you get there before they do? And if you guess where the final checkpoint will be correctly, well, you stand a good chance to do it. So if you want to get that one, just stick to it. You'll get it eventually. And you get a lot of experience for playing the Eliminator too, especially if you can place pretty good. So just keep trying them. Alright. The next one on my list is Living Legend. You have to earn 294 stars from PR stunts. Look, that's borderline all of the PR stunts, okay? That's the danger signs, the drift zones, the speed traps, the speed zones, and the trailblazers are all PR stunts. And you won't even have them all until you get the red outpost. I don't remember its name, but you have to get 3 stars in nearly all of them. I don't have it in front of me what the maximum star list is, but when I did it, I did drift zones last because I felt they were going to be the hardest ones to do, and they probably are. I didn't have to do all the drift zones, but I did all of the others. I had 3 stars in everything else, and I still only had maybe 3 or 4 drift zones that I didn't get to. So that's just grind. You just have to get, practice at it. You want to do danger signs, probably the most straightforward. Just get a fast car and probably raise the suspension. Makes it easier. I'm not going to give you tips on all of them. It's a grind. You have to stick to it. And you might as well just 3-star everything if you can. Go one by one, do them all. The next troublesome one, I'm going to skip around. Ride and seek, discover all roads. Trust me, it's not hard. This is not hard. They're marked on the map. They tell you when you've driven on them. It just takes forever. You are probably not going to get this if you just normally play the game. You're going to have to deliberately go find the roads, and it will take couple hours maybe. Depends how fast you are. Depends on how spread out the roads are. I'm sure someone can do it in under a half hour easily, but took me forever. Okay, in that same span here, complete collection, smash all 250 boards. Yeah, that takes as much time as you think it does. If you want to pay for it, I think it had a thing where you can pay to show where it all is, but I don't do that. I think I used a website to help me find the last couple, because unless you drive really close to the boards, they don't show up on the map at all. And I think it took me 20 minutes of staring at the online map to try to figure out where the final board was, just because there were so many everywhere and I just was missing one and I didn't know where it was. But you can get it. It just takes a while. It's not that hard, but it's definitely harder than some of the other ones, and it will certainly not just give it to you. Let me see. Next one, I would say probably just Mogul, which is buy all the houses. And trust me, that's a lot of money. It costs a lot of money. It takes a lot of time to get that money, especially if you're not cheating. Good luck. You could do it. Big grind. Harder grind than I think it sounds like it is. Definitely buy the house that lets you fast travel to roads. That is arguably the most useful house in my opinion. I know there's a house that gives you a wheel spin every day. Screw that house. Don't worry about that. That is the castle, I think. It's the most expensive. Don't worry about that. Buy the road one. Do the fast travel boards, and your life is going to be 6 times better by having free fast travel to any road you want to go to. Just do that, and it will make everything else more survivable. Next one, I didn't write a lot down, but I do know what it is called water performance. What a performance. You had to do I don't have it in front of me, and I didn't write the specifics down, so bear with me. You had to go from one trailblazer to another trailblazer and complete both of them within a certain time limit. And it seems like it's another just one-off achievement, like you just go do it and you're done. It's just specific, you wouldn't accidentally get this. It seems like the one where you would drive the Ford truck off a specific ramp. This one took quite a few tries. I didn't think it would be nearly as hard as it was. Keep an eye on it, because you're gonna have to probably specialty tune a car that can deal with the first eliminator trailblazer, and you're gonna have to just book it to the second one, and you just might as well practice both of them one by one, because it took me a few tries to do it correctly. It's a much harder time limit than it sounds. Just practice it. Keep an eye on it, because it's not as easy as it looks. All right. The next one I had a lot of trouble with. I don't think you're going to have trouble with it now because they fixed it, but Unlimited Prowess, which is complete round 3 and all 5 arcade themes. I played this game when it launched, and back then the arcade events were a mess. It was almost impossible to get to round 3 in anything. I think it got through months before they managed to solve this problem, and now I could definitely get to round 3 by myself in most of the arcade themes, so still don't think it's going to be a big deal for you now. I just wanted to list it because it gave me a massive headache. What else did I not do? All right, we're getting down to my last 2, which I have one that I'm going to put at number 1 because it's the one that made me really mad. So let's do this one first. This one is Gotta Smash 'Em All, which is complete 5 seasonal Smashable challenges. This one can just... I hate this one, okay? You have to complete seasonal challenges in the festival playlist. They have to be specifically Smashable challenges, which turns out is really annoying when they don't want to include them. It's time gated, you have to pay attention, you have to keep an eye on how many they have, when they have them, and it shouldn't be that hard. It's just too much work to complete these challenges. I mean, well, okay, the challenges themselves, not very hard. You just do whatever it asks you to do, and you smash the little things. Sometimes they were like snowmen when I saw them, they might be cactuses, whatever. Phone booths, they're not hard to do. This is hard because, for some reason, they don't always want to include these challenges. And if you miss one, you could be waiting 2 weeks before another one shows up. And that's stupid. Okay, the last And final achievement, easily the hardest one in this entire game, absolutely frustrated me to no end, is Min Meat Max, which is it's listed differently on two different websites. When I did this one, I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, I can't speak. When I did this, it was complete all seasonal events within a season, basically. So the festival playlist has 4 weeks, basically a month of events. You know, some of them are place in the eliminator, do these time trials, do these championship races, buy a specific car and use that specific car, do a couple multiplayer races. It depends, and it changes all the time. You already heard me say maybe they have seasonal Smashables. It's just always different challenges. And the reason I hate this one is that you cannot miss anything, or you will not get this. And you have to do that for a month straight. 4 straight weeks, you cannot miss a single thing. This one made me stop playing for a month because it glitched and they refused to give me a challenge. And I thought that meant they weren't going to fix it. They fixed it later, to their credit, but I completely stopped playing because I figured if I can't get it, there's nothing for me to do. So I just stopped. So this one took me maybe 3 separate months because it just kept messing up, you know? Early when the launch, you had to complete arcade, rounds. Couldn't do that. Later, they were having glitches on some of the challenges, which they fixed after, I didn't know they would do that. But I think the 3rd month playing the game, I managed to do it. And there will be curveballs. They have a tendency to just chuck stuff in that look easy that's not easy. The seasonal challenges are definitely not easy. Most of them seem to go off without a hitch, but there'll always be one in those 3 where I have to replay it like 3 times because the car I used was not good enough and the AI are just tough. And usually I think it's called the trial, is usually frustrating because you go play online and you need to win a race against unbeatable drivatars with players as your teammates, and it turns out players are really stupid. The last one I did, I think my teammates just ran me off the road past a checkpoint and almost caused us to lose the entire thing, simply because they just don't care. So the trial's frustrating, a lot of it's frustrating. Just good luck. You just have to do it week by week. You can't miss any. I didn't miss the dailies. I went back to them later and just kept cleaning them up. I'm told you might be able to miss the dailies. I wouldn't risk it. If anybody knows, I guess leave a comment, let me know. If you got anything better, you got strategies for these, just tell me, because someone will need it, won't they? But yeah, I think it took me something like 80 to 100 hours to get all these achievements. Not that I was, playing it as fast as I humanly could. I just wanted to enjoy it. It was really fun playing like the speed traps, fight my friends over the speed traps. The drag races are entertaining. Just all of it, collecting the cars, customizing the cars. It's fun. It is a good game. But these achievements I listed are definitely a headache, and they take a long time to do, especially Min Meat Max. I hate Min Meat Max, but oh well. If you got a game you want me to try to complete, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep going down the list. But let's see how this works out. This is, as far as I know, the first video I've done for these, so I think it's gonna be alright. I think we're gonna try this out. I think it'll be fun. Yeah. Why am I still talking? Is this an outro? What should I say in an outro? Like and subscribe? Yes, actually, yes, like and subscribe. That's super helpful. Do comment nice. Don't be mean to me. I'll be mean to you. Don't be mean to me. That's rude. Don't be rude. Anyway, see you next time. If I make another one, let's see what happens. Let's see where we go. Let's see how this works.